Good evening. I'd like to start by saying drink up. My name is Justin Bryn. I'm the best man, but coincidentally I've never received a drink purchased by Mark. So, throughout this speech and this evening, you'll hear me refer to Mark with terms like tightwad, penny pitcher, or his favorite, stinge. I feel these all describe his very innocent, very bold characteristic to present himself as an above-average tight ass. But first off, I'd like to congratulate the couple and thank the Moffins and Withers for having everybody out tonight. I must say Kylie looks amazing, and so does her bridal party. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have my eye on one of you. Now back to my frugal best friend, Mark. Mark and I met through a mutual best friend about age 12. We were preteens with not a care in the world. Summer days would blow by with a daily dose of dirt bikes, unsupervised fireworks, bicycles, building action sports obstacles, typically followed by a nightcap of an oversized fire. We would then fix a late-night snack such as Bosco sticks, frozen pizza, or mac and cheese, and dive into a neighborhood basement to recharge for the next day's adventures. These mischievous boyhood activities built character, work ethic, and most importantly, our friendship. The DNA is still very evident in our current friendship. Believe it or not, besides stingy Mark, he has another strong characteristic. This other characteristic is calculation, which unfortunately for me is the total opposite of my thought process. I instantly learned growing up if I wanted Mark as a partner in any kind of crime, I'd better learn structure and how to sell that somewhat earnestly to Mark. In order to get this stinge out of the house, you'd better have foolproof groundwork in place. This pre-planning includes outrageous things like estimated time of arrival, departure, accurate cost, and there's always a few added bonuses like I will drive and cover fuel costs. Once this is all well thought out, you proceed to ask and usually convince it's a great idea. You take the nose with a stride, and eventually Mark will accompany me on an outing. Over the past 5 years, it's amazing how many times the sales tactics have paid off. Once Mark has calculated his decision, the rest falls into place. Just don't forget your wallet. You should see this guy a few deers deep at the table in Las Vegas. During our high school years, Mark introduced me to hunting. I recall going a lot, then I started my career and a lot turned in occasionally. Eventually, he was the one convincing me to hit the woods. I will never forget one day, I gave in. As we were driving to the woods, he blurts out, "I met a corn-fed." "A what?" Mark proceeds to define a corn-fed as a born and raised country girl. Simultaneously, he pulls out his phone and shows me Kylie's Facebook. I'm all in, totally excited, thinking they already met. He then proceeds, she hunts, and it could be really cool. Well, yeah, it could be cool, but how are you going to pull this off? His plan was to send her a Facebook message that day from the stand. I played along, as either way I was going to shoot deer, not Mark's plan. Over the next few weeks, Mark continued to have lots of free time in his tree stand and obviously somehow pulled it off because here we are. Pre-Kylie, Mark would often third wheel with me and my girlfriend. Once Kylie came along, a mutual friendship blossomed and we were able to double date often. One of our early dates took place on July 4th. We had been boating on Lake Freeman all day when we decided to run up to the Oakdale Dam Inn. My now fiance and I ordered a beer, Mark quickly a free water, and his new girlfriend followed with, you guessed it, the free water. Next, we were asked to place our order. Mark requested a burger and fries. Fries are extra, is that all right? Mark agrees, then Kylie orders the same. Mark instantly withdraws her fry order and says, she can have some of his. As a true ex-high school football player in tightwad, Mark inhaled his meal the second it hit the table, leaving no time for fry sharing. This will forever be one of my favorite awkward memories that Mark will never agree to remember. A more recent memory was when Mark decided that he was ready to get engaged. He told me, and there was no hard selling role that I had to play. This was something that he really wanted to do. He didn't necessarily show much joy, but wanted to know about jewelry. I told him what I knew and encouraged him to shop. When he found a deal he liked, I told him I thought it was a great deal. To my surprise, he ripped out the Benjis, sealing the deal on a beautiful lifetime investment. I'm pretty proud of you, Stinge. So, since Mark somehow isn't paying for this drink either, Please raise your glass. A toast to the Withers. I wish you guys many years of free rent in your parents' basement.